Hi and welcome along to the Bias Premier League show with my man Ty in the building.
Peace.
Don't forget this show today is brought to you by Boohoo Man. Don't forget you can get all of their clothing right now. All you got to do is click the link in the description or scan the QR code. And if you use the code AFTV10, you get an extra 10% off of all their clothing. So do that right now. Use the code AFTV10. Big up to Sean from Boohoo Man, who's in the studio on Saturday. Yeah. Saturday? So long ago, man. It's a 12:30 kickoff, Jurgen Klopp, right? Which we didn't actually win. But big up to Sean from Boohoo Man. But use the code AFTV10 and you get an extra 10% off. Ty, big up. Still no Yardy in the building. Yardy's still on tour. Big up to White Yardy. He's been smashing it over there in Canada, in America, over in the West Indies. Been doing an extensive tour. We'll be back next week. So big up to Yardy. I'm sure he'll be coming back with a bag of money after all that touring he's been doing.
Oh, we're rich then, isn't it?
We're rich. But listen, wow, great performance by Arsenal on the weekend. We had to win. Every game now is an absolute must-win.
It is.
And Arsenal delivered. 3-0 winners. Could have been more. Should have been more. Missed loads of chances, really, in the game. But I thought some of our football was brilliant. I really did think we were at it on Saturday, and that was a fantastic performance by Arsenal. Another clean sheet. David Raya winning that Golden Glove completely out right now.
Congratulations to David. Magnificent.
But another clean sheet for him. Unbelievable. And just a fantastic performance all round. Declan Rice, brilliant. Odegaard, brilliant.
Martin.
Havertz, brilliant.
Kai.
Partey, brilliant.
Thomas, brilliant.
Tomiyasu, Saliba, I thought was fantastic.
Gabriel.
Ben White, there's so many fantastic performances in that game. Trossard with a massive goal. I mean, it was a brilliant performance by Arsenal. 3-0 against an in-form Bournemouth team. Bournemouth coming into that game into a lot of form. So it could have been tricky, but Arsenal dispatched of it pretty easily.
Absolutely brilliant. I mean, I know what you said last week about, can I not start by saying, I can't start by not saying, if that makes any sense. So what I'll do is, I'll try and fast forward to the 14th minute. And even and obviously
the tributes.
The fantastic round of applause for Daniel Andrew, who unfortunately lost his life. I feel like crying in Hainault,
Yeah, it was really sad, man. It was a horrific knife attack. And it was a great tribute that we played one before the game.
I didn't see that.
Because you're always late.
I wasn't late.
That's why you're always late. But about 5 minutes before kickoff, they did they had his picture up on the screen and everything, and they paid tribute to him then. And then during the game now, like you said, on the 14th minute, it was great. The guys behind the goal, Ashburton Army guys, when the clock in, held up a big banner. Saying rest in peace, Daniel. That was really fantastic. And you were saying to me that they held it up in the women's game. Yesterday as well.
Absolutely. Our fans in Manchester, by the way.
Yeah, because they played Man City. Well done to Arsenal ladies as well. Beat Man City, the team that's at the top of the table yesterday as well.
2-1. So fantastic. So fantastic. Well done to our fans. Magnificent. May God rest Daniel's soul, and hearts and thoughts and prayers goes out to all of his family.
100%. Great win for Arsenal.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
3-0. Couple of controversial moments in the game. Let me ask you, actually, as a guy that's always having a go at the referees,
when they need to be having a go,
first goal,
yes,
was that a dive by Kai Havertz, or was that definitely a foul? What did you think for the penalty?
It was a foul. It was a foul. The thing is that
you sure about it? You definitely sure, yeah?
I'm sure. I've seen it back again.
I've seen some of those go against us, and you lose it.
Yeah. Well, it depends. It depends if it's a dive or not. The funny thing is that from what I saw of it, Kai was in the box. He waited for a touch, and he went down. Now the thing is,
waited for a touch.
Yeah, because he was shooting.
So is that really a genuine foul then?
It is a foul because the thing is, if the goalkeeper comes out and he doesn't get, because me and the men around me, big them up, we all thought that once the goalkeeper doesn't get the ball, it's a foul. And that's the thing. The goalkeeper didn't get the ball. He came out with his foot, and Kai went over his foot. And to me, it's a foul. If he got the ball, that's fine. If he didn't get Kai, that's fine. But once he gets Kai, it's a foul.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it is a penalty. We see those given all the time.
All the time.
Yes, Kai Havertz is a little bit clever. He leaves his foot there.
He is clever, but so many people...
So he can be... But you're right, the keeper you got to put the blame on him. He's rash, comes flying out. And like you said, once you come flying out and you don't get the ball, you're in trouble. Well, I think it's one of those, if the referee doesn't give it, it doesn't get overturned either.
Yeah.
Right? So it's one of those, but I think that you've got to look at the keeper there. I'm sure when they're analysing that Bournemouth, they'll be like, yeah, bro, I mean, you don't just come flying out like that. You've got to get the ball.
Yeah.
And he didn't get the ball. The other controversial incident was their goal. With the little nudge on David Raya. What about that one?
Well, before we say that, Robbie.
No, I want to get to that one first. We'll go back to whatever you're going to say.
No, but that one.
The Raya one.
No, the thing is, Robbie, sorry to interrupt, because that one happened before. And it's so interesting. I can understand if Areola's got grievances. He didn't talk about the fact of Christie should have got a red card.
We'll go back to that, I said.
Right.
I'm asking you about that one. The Raya one.
Yeah, the one on David.
Yeah.
Apparently, William was billing, so I saw. But it's a foul, and this is.
So it's a foul.
Of course, it's a foul.
So you think that goal should have stood?
No, it's a foul on David by Solanke. It's a foul. And the funny thing is,
so if that had been the other way around, you would have been happy with that. Given as a...
Listen, I might not think it's a foul at the time, but when I see the touch on David, they said, oh, it's a slight touch on a program which I won't name. Like we were saying off air, it doesn't matter if it's a slight touch. When you're fast or you're doing anything, if you get it's going to put you off. So I imagine if Solanke...
if it's the other way around, you'd have been happy with that.
I would have had to be if it's a foul. The thing is, what it is that if it's a push, it's a push. I can't.
You're such a liar.
I'm not lying, Robbie. The funny thing is,
listen, it's the slightest of touches. Again,
slightest touch.
Again, it's one of those that I think is hard to overturn because when you watch it in real time, it does look like a bigger foul than what it does in slow motion. Funny enough, I was watching it on Match of the Day. And the commentator straight away said, surely that's a foul.
Jonathan Pearce, the legend.
Yeah,
the legend.
Surely that's a foul.
Yeah.
Right? But then when he watched it back in slow motion, he goes, Bournemouth might think they're a little bit hard done by. But that's the thing. This is the thing with slow motion is that in real time, if someone's moving at pace, like you said, you only got to nudge them and that does
they go
push them off.
Exactly. But the funny thing is, Robbie, it's always us. When it's anybody else, there will be nothing. But as soon as it's us, it's
not only just us who gets bad decisions.
No, it's not us that gets bad decisions only. But what I'm saying is, whenever it's us, it's all highlighted. It's the thing is,
it's a big. Arsenal are a big club. It's going to get highlighted if it's United. It's going to get highlighted if Liverpool, City. Of course it will.
I don't know because the thing is,
you're just saying that because you're an Arsenal fan, so you only think about the decisions that go against Arsenal. You don't care about the decisions that go against other clubs.
I do if it affects us.
Do you care about decisions that go against Bournemouth?
If they've got players that are on loan from us or something like that, yeah, I will. But the funny thing is, it's interesting because Solanke, he nearly got away with it because he's done the slightest thing, the slightest touch. He tried to like five-star and do the slightest touch.
Wait, what did he say his name was?
Solanke. That's how you actually say his name. Solanke, yeah.
Because how comes everybody says Solanke?
Solanke. Everybody says Dele Alli, but it's not. It's Dele. So it's Solanke because it's
the commentator right now. You know what I mean? I have to get him on Solanke. Oh, okay. All right.
Because it's a Nigerian name, isn't it?
Okay. Solanke.
Solanke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not going to argue with you.
Oh, thank you.
The incident you're talking about, of course, was Saka.
It was, and at the time,
like you said, the Bournemouth manager didn't really make a comment on that.
Exactly.
I think that I think it's Christie very, very lucky.
He didn't even get a card
to survive a red card.
He didn't get a card, but he didn't get a card at all.
Yeah, and that would have been a different game. And you could even see Saka. He pulled his socks down and his feet was all studded up.
It was disgusting. That's what I mean. So
I don't think he meant to do it.
Of course, no one means to do it. But the thing is, it's a terrible tackle, and he didn't even get penalised.
Yeah, I think.
So what about that?
I personally, when I saw it back, that's a red.
But no one's talking.
That's a red. And again, that would have been, like you said, forget about penalties.
Exactly.
Forget about thing. They would out of 10 men for most of the game.
Exactly.
And that could have been a completely different game.
That was a disgusting tackle.
Completely different because the outcome was still similar.
Yeah.
But, Declan Rice in the game was amazing, wasn't he?
Oh, fantastic. Funny enough, he finished the scoring with his goal. Gabriel was unlucky, by the way, to not have his goal. I think apparently Kai was offside.
Yeah, he was.
Well, that's fair enough. But it's great screaming from Gabriel. But the thing is, Declan finished off the scoring because he should have started the scoring when he missed an open goal. Yeah. But once again, an absolutely incredible performance from this young
Got him half
Superman.
price, man, as the song said.
Yeah,
Got him half price. And funny enough is to see David Moyes, who West Ham, they got beat 5-0 yesterday
Yes,
away at
unbelievable by
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
And he was asked the reason, why is it that all of a sudden, West Ham are conceding all these goals?
How was he supposed to know?
Well, did you hear his answer? He said, he goes, simple reason, Declan Rice. He goes,
David. I thought he said
David Moyes.
Oh, they said it's David. Oh,
David
really?
Moyes. So he's going Declan Rice. He goes, now we don't have Declan Rice there. He goes, he was such an important player. He helped to break up all those sort of things. So he's, I remember earlier on in the season when a lot of West Ham fans were booing Declan Rice.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of West Ham fans saying, we don't actually miss Declan Rice. We got Alvarez, we've had to buy this one, Ward-Prowse, that. The manager come out yesterday and said,
wow,
Declan Rice, that's the reason. He's one of these players that when you go to a game and you watch him play, he's absolutely everywhere. And with Thomas Partey coming into that midfield,
brilliant.
It gives him the license to get around the pitch a lot more. And he's been absolutely brilliant. Yeah, big fool's shoes to fill. He's had to fill literally 2 shoes. Partey's shoes for nearly the majority of the season. And remember Granit Xhaka, who was doing brilliantly last season. He's filled those shoes as well.
Who also scored at the weekend.
He did. You know what I mean?
5-1, and they're 2 games away
from being invincible,
from becoming immortal. They might be flying with the Invincibles because the Invincibles fly. Bayer Leverkusen could be flying up there with them. Obviously in the Bundesliga. Yeah,
but it's, brilliant from Declan Rice. Great performance.
Oh, fantastic.
Of course, Man City. They're up against Wolves, and Wolves just waved the white flag, surrendered, got absolutely battered. Haaland with 4 goals in the game. They're 5-1 winners, and it's still tight at the top.
Yes, it is.
We're 1 point ahead of them, but they have that game in hand,
which they have
all-important game in hand. And
which hopefully they won't win.
It's so close now, you know what I mean?
It's so close,
next weekend is going to be one of the most nervous weekends of my life, I'll tell you, because they play
in football terms.
They play on Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they play on Saturday. They play against Fulham. If they beat Fulham, literally, when we go to Old Trafford on the Sunday, we know that if we don't win that game, it's over.
But if Fulham beat them, then we know.
If we beat
Manchester United,
it's not in our hands, though. That's the thing. It's not in our hands. We're hoping, we're praying that Fulham could beat them, even a draw.
But we have the points at the moment, innit?
We have the points at the moment, but the way they're playing, you've got to say... You got to fancy them, innit? I mean,
not really.
3 games they got left. Our 2 games we got left. Man United away, difficult, even though United are not the United of old. We know that they always step it up when they're playing the big teams. And then we finish off with Everton at home.
That's right,
We should be all right in that one.
Hopefully.
Their last 3.
Fulham away.
Away to Fulham.
Difficult.
All right, Fulham.
Very
Fulham
difficult.
a strange team. You can go there and smash them, or you can go there, they can turn up and it'd be a tough game. Who knows?
Hopefully that'll happen.
Tottenham.
Yes.
Away. Now, City have got a poor record against Spurs.
They've never scored there.
They've never scored there, but have you seen the way Tottenham have played? You saw them yesterday.
I did see.
Terrible they were against Liverpool.
But
they conceded 4 goals yesterday. They conceded 3 against us. They conceded 2 against Chelsea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're getting battered. 4 before that against Newcastle.
You're right. Yes.
City ain't scored there. They're going to score listen.
But the thing is, Robbie, they just seem to have a habit of turning up against Manchester United.
Well, let's hope so, man.
That's the thing. They seem to...
Well, the way I've seen them play, man, I can't hold out much hope. It is that thing, they're a bit of a bogey team.
They are.
For them, but the way they're so wide open, and from set pieces, they are dreadful, you know what I mean? And I just can't see... I think, if anything, it's probably more going to be the Fulham game where possibly City could slip up.
I think
but you know what, right? Tottenham, the thing about it, right, is they keep losing. They've lost, they've lost their last 4 games in a row. I think they got Burnley this weekend. They've got to win that, surely. Burnley. But Burnley will be fighting for their lives, but Burnley are literally down. Then they've got City. They can't... I know their fans don't want them to win that game. They don't want them to win the title. But for their players, pride-wise alone, they're going to have to fight. And the manager is going to be desperate to win it because all of a sudden... He's gone from at the start of the season looking like, Big Ange the saviour, to looking like, boy, this guy's worse. I mean, they're no better off than they were under Conte, points-wise. Really? I mean, it's going to be really interesting to see if one of them teams can stop Man City. But certainly, you got to say City are definitely the favourites to win it at the moment. But Arsenal just got to keep doing what we're doing, man, and hopefully we just got to take it to that last game. take it, beat Manchester United, take it into that last game. That's all Arsenal can do right now.
Well, we could do more than that if Fulham win. But
There's nothing we can do about that.
No, that's what.
So Fulham would have to win that. There's nothing else we can do apart from win our game. The only other thing we can do, we can go to church, we can go to the mosque, we can go to wherever and pray. That's it. We've got no control over what Man City are going to do.
No,
nothing.
That's true. But like you said,
nothing.
We've put ourselves in the position because at this moment in time, we are the best team. And usually, when it comes to the league, usually the team that's got the best stats usually win the league.
Not all the time, man. Not all the time.
Well,
Man City. Man City, we've seen it over the years with Liverpool. Liverpool have had almost like a faultless campaign, and City have still gone on to win. So this is what we're up against.
That was before.
But we hope and pray that
Absolutely.
maybe,
definitely, maybe something will
they
happen.
slip up.
Hopefully they will. Hopefully they will. I feel so. I can personally.
Yeah, but I can't gauge it off of you because you're about to say that. You're
Why?
going to say that whatever. You know what I mean? If you was 5 points behind, you still probably think we could catch them.
Well, if we had 5 games, yes, but not. I think so. I think so. You've got the thing is, Robbie. Sorry, you've got to believe. That's
Yeah. You've got to believe.
You've
but
got
it's
to
not.
believe.
It's hard to believe when it's not in our hands.
No, it's not hard to believe at all because anything can happen. You look at Anfield. You look at Anfield '89. Who would have thought that that's one of the most incredible things ever? Still to this day.
But that was in our hands.
Yes.
And that's
but was it in our hands or was it in Liverpool's hands? Because remember,
it was in both of our hands.
Exactly.
We knew we had to beat Liverpool by 2 clear goals.
Exactly.
Right? But it was in our hands.
Yeah, but Liverpool had lost for 6 months.
That's true.
So
we wait and see. We wait and see how it turns out. Let's get into our Boohoo Man of the Week. That goes to Declan Rice. Could only be one person. Absolutely outstanding in that game. Man of the match, player of the match, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
He was absolutely outstanding. He was everywhere. He has been an unbelievable signing. His price tag was heavy, but he's wore that price tag beautifully and it's been worth every penny.
Yes.
Declan Rice, our Boohoo Man of the Week.
Well done, Declan.
Idiot of the Week. Few candidates for that.
Emma Hayes. They
lost to Liverpool, didn't they? But they did win yesterday, and they're kind of back in the fight now.
Yeah, Sheffield United. Sorry.
No, they beat
Bristol City. They're already relegated.
Yeah, I know. So what? He's still got to do the job, and they did. I think it was about 8-0, wasn't it? Or something like that. So
congratulations to Lauren James. Commiserations to Man City, to Laura Coombs, Steph Houghton, her last game, and Chloe Kelly. And congratulations to our women.
So you made me forget what I was saying now. You come jumping in. But anyway,
they still had to do.
Emma Hayes is not in the category of
She's Idiot of the Week every single show. Every single week she is.
Well, many people say you are as well. For what? For going on about it.
What? For pushing someone and saying for pushing. So I'm sorry. This is what they're calling me for pushing a woman and saying female aggression. Is that what I did?
Idiot of the Week.
That's what she is. Can
only go to one person this week, and that is Ange Postecoglou. And the Tottenham team. Idiot of the Week. Lost the North London derby last week to us. During the week, got beaten by Chelsea where they didn't turn up. And then again yesterday at Anfield were 4-0 down. Absolutely terrible at the moment from Ange Postecoglou. Idiot of the Week. Now, Ange, this is your mission, yeah? By the time we get to not next week's show, the following week, you get Boohoo Man of the Week.
If you beat Man City.
If you beat Man City,
please,
I will give you Boohoo Man of the Year. Right?
Me too.
If you beat Man City, right? Oh my gosh, man. So, Ange Postecoglou, absolutely awful. Absolutely awful at the moment, but
things could change.
That's what we're relying on to try and beat City.
Well, I think we're also relying on the fact that we're challenging as well. So
Anyway, we got to win our game because, as I said, City will be playing first.
Yeah.
If they beat Fulham, big pressure on Arsenal. Arsenal have to win our game. So you know what I mean. There's lots of pressure on.
But we look forward to it and we embrace it.
Of course, we embrace it. I mean, it's where we want to be.
Exactly.
Let's get into Ask Ty. Some questions that come in there. Dama CCCC1515 says, imagine if someone tried ripping off Raya's gloves during a game.
Okay.
Ty wouldn't be saying it was so intelligent then, would he?
No, I'll be saying that. Good luck, because if you can get David's gloves off, you get a prize because no one can get his gloves off.
Of course, we're talking about Ben White trying to take the gloves off Vicario.
And sorry, Robert, and the funny thing is, you think David wouldn't be able to do with that? David would be able to do with that.
Adrian Jacobs says,
thank you for
there
that
can't be many more committed Arsenal fans than
I know
Ty.
where this is going. I don't know about
Says,
that.
love him or hate him, he's
Hate me.
Arsenal through and through.
Yes, thank you. Listen, I try to be.
All right.
I hope people don't hate me. And the funny thing is, if they hate me, one thing I will say is that you can't hate somebody that you don't know.
Double Beat Fool says, did Ty say that he eats 3 hours before Arsenal games? He thinks Mikel is going to ask him to warm up at half time. Now,
yes.
you did say that
Yes,
last week. Why 3 hours before a game?
I did say that, but no, I don't think Mikel's going to ask me to warm up because I'm not actually a player.
Right, but so why are you eating 3 hours? That's what players do.
That's what players do. The thing about it is
why do you eat 3 hours before? You're not a player, are you?
No.
Why 3 hours before?
I'm not a player in any shape or form. But the thing is, going to watch, I just saw something about players eating 3 hours before the game, and I'm thinking, if they're playing and they eat 3 hours before the game, and I'm not, I might as well do that because what it is for me, So
you think you're a player then?
No. It's nothing to do with that. What it is about preparation. Because for me, I like to get interactive. So
what are you preparing for?
I'll be cussing the ref now, boy, joking. I'll be getting involved, cheering our players on. But what it is with me, I don't want anything to affect my concentration for the game. So if I can eat and forget about that and be ready, because I'm interactive, so I'll be jumping up and down and all that. You know what I mean? I get really interactive. There are people that are quiet. That's fine. You can do what you want in the game, but I'm very interactive. I like to get involved, so I don't want to be sluggish and all that.
What, 3 hours before the game?
3 hours before the game,
because the players do that.
So
what do? You get with the same. What's the same amount of sleep like they get as well?
Not really, because I don't sleep at weekends.
Listen, man. What do you do? A warm down after the game? Is that why you're always so late to the fan camps?
No.
You're doing a warm down. He's running around the stadium or something like that.
No. That's what. Very good. What it is? What it is?
The Thai world is a different world, people. It's a different world.
A different world. What a great program that was. Obviously, other programs available.
All right. Tavio says, big up to Ty for not letting this Emma Hayes thing go.
Big up. Thank
she
you.
should be held accountable for a despicable behaviour.
100%. And even exactly. And even, can I even say further, Robbie? She should now be in football jail. That's where she should be. She should be in football jail, acting like a football trader. She should be in football jail, and the football key should be thrown away.
I knew I shouldn't have read that one.
That's where it should be. Thank you. I'll never
one last one from Sammy. He says, I'm surprised that Tottenham is such a bigger problem to London fans. Yeah. Here in Uganda, there are no single Spurs fans. Manchester United, the biggest banter club, Devils around Africa, says, Ty, well done, uncle, much love.
Oh, well, listen, much love to you.
I get it. In Uganda, there's no Spurs fans. There aren't anywhere.
Oh,
right. But here in London,
yes.
there is a lot, right? And there are rivals. There are deadliest rivals.
Wow.
It's the nearest club to Arsenal. The history of the rivalry goes back long way, and it's very heated and it's very, very emotional. So that is why there was a time when you could say the rivalry between Arsenal and Man United was probably, when we were both going for titles year in, year out. You had the whole Wenger-Fergie thing. But right now, I definitely think it's definitely Tottenham because they're just they're deadly rivals. We don't like them, they don't like us, and that's what it's all about.
But Robbie, on a serious note, though, I would say though that does not mean that it should spill over to violence.
It shouldn't spill over to violence.
That's the problem.
It's heated, and it's
heated. And heated is fine, Robbie, but spilling over to violence is wrong, and nobody can condone that. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Something needs to be done about this, because how long is this going to go on?
You can't just blame it all on Tottenham fans.
No, of course not.
There's a lot of violence from Arsenal fans to Tottenham.
Any violence from anybody is wrong. In any shape or form.
Listen, we've come to the end of the show today. Don't forget, the show today was brought to you today by Boohoo Man. You can get an extra 10% off by using the code AFTV10. Or scan the QR code. Do it right now. They've got some great menswear right now available to you. So do that right now. And thank you very much to Boohoo Man. And we'll be back next week. Big weekend next week. Arsenal go to Man United. And Fulham Can they do Arsenal a favour before that? We'll find out.